excited to share with you today our Flippin Craft storage binder. You are going to love this little binder. So this binder was designed to address the needs of card makers initially who had tons of card fronts or cards that they'd completed. They wanted to store them safely or maybe use those card fronts to flip through and get ideas. And then they had embossing folders and unmounted stamps. And I thought, how can I put all that stuff together and make it simple? So what I came up with is just a simple binder that uses our Flippin storage pages. So you can see there's 3 pages in here. They each have a tab at the side that you can label. The pages on the front have 5 4x6 Flippin pages and Flippin pockets, sorry. And on the back, they have 5 5x7 Flippin storage pages. So not only was that perfect for card blanks, but of course your embossing folders and your unmounted stamps are going to fit in there as well. And you know what I was thinking this morning just before we prep for this video? If you are somebody that uses a lot of coupons, this might be the perfect solution for organizing those coupons by aisles or departments in your grocery store, right? Because you could label the bottom of the pocket. Well, let me show you something with something in it so it's a little bit easier to see. But you could label the bottom of that pocket, right? So maybe it's dairy or canned goods or whatever it is, and then you'd be able to see each section and you could just flip to it to get your coupons. All right. So here it is, the Flippin storage binder. It has a pocket down the side that you can slip a little label tab into. And if you're unfamiliar with those label tabs, it's always easier if you open the binder all the way up to pull the tab out and to put it in. So if you find yourself struggling to stuff that piece of paper back in there, open your binder all the way up and it'll be a little bit easier. Okay, what's on the inside? So this one has all 3 things in it. So the first section is labeled as thank you cards. So you can see even dimensional cards in there. And you could put 2 cards in, so when you flipped it over, you would be able to see, I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you what that would look like. If you put 2 cards in each pocket, and I'm going to put this one upside down so that it goes right side up when I flip it. So now if I'm looking, I can flip through and I can see on 2 sides, these are all thank you cards, right? Even, look at this one. Look at the dimension in this card. And that's going to fit in there with no problem, right? So you can put 4x6 cards on the front, and you can put 5x7 cards on the back, or 4x6 if you only work in that smaller size. They're going to fit in there as well. But you can see, oh, I thought this was a variety pack, but this is all cards. This is from Karen, our own Karen card maker. These are all her cards that she has in this Flippin binder. But you can see thank you, friendship. This last one is labeled Christmas. So you might need 1 Flippin storage binder just for thank you cards, 1 for birthday cards, 1 for Christmas cards or holiday cards, right? But what this is going to do is take all of those cards that you've created and put them right up on your shelf, right? Label on this end, and then when you want to send a card or you've completed a card and you need to put it away, it's so easy to find the right place to put that in. So card blanks, obviously. Oh, this one's all birthday cards, right? This whole Flippin storage binder, just birthday cards. And Karen's labeled it birthdays for her, birthdays for him, and then kid's birthday, right? So you can find exactly what you need really fast and really easy. You could even do this with cards that you purchased at the store, right? I'm sure, depending on the size, but I think those 5x7s, they fit in that 5x7 size. Okay, so this one I have loaded up with a variety of stuff. So I've got those thank you cards on the front, and then you can see I've got those sets of unmounted stamps in those back pockets, right? So again, you can see a little bit of each stamp, about 1 inch of each stamp poking out the bottom, but you could also add a label to the corner of each pocket if you really wanted to be clear about what was in those pockets. And this one is a little bit harder to see because these are embossing folders, and embossing folders are white, clear, opaque, whatever the word is. But again, here's my little trick with embossing folders. I put the example with my Xyron machine on the top of the embossing folder. Now, I do have to tell you one thing. When you do this, if it's on a chipboard, the packaging is really thick, and you put it on there with your Xyron, when you run it through the embossing machine, it's going to leave a square. It's going to miss that design on the inside of the folder because the square is going to prevent it. So only Xyron it on there if it is thin. And if it's not thin, let me see if I have another one that's not thin. in here. Of course I don't. Maybe I do. Nope. If it's not thin, I just put a little piece of tape on there, and then I can flip that back when I run it through the machine and flip it over. But that really helps you to be able to see what exactly that embossing folder is going to look like, because they are all the same color, right? Now I will share with you Sarah Davies from Crafter's Companion. She did a new set of embossing folders, and hers are painted on the top so that you can see what the design is. So I thought that was a brilliant idea. I shared that with her last time I saw her. I thought it was amazing. Okay, so Flippin storage binder. What else can you do with it? You might have already thought about this while you're watching me. You could use it for recipe cards, right? You could put it in your kitchen. It's got a gloss cover, so it's going to hold up nicely in the kitchen. You can't soak it in water or anything, but you can wipe it off. So if you're looking for a place to store all those recipe cards, or maybe you like to pull things out of magazines or print recipes off the internet, you could fold them up and tuck them in a pocket. You know, maybe you're going to do entrees, appetizers, desserts, whatever. It's going to work great. This is a technique trade. So it's kind of a recipe book. Again, it belongs to our own Karen. And this was a swap that she went to where each person at the swap did a technique. And then on the back side are all the steps for how to actually do that technique, right? So regardless of what it is, and it was a swap for 30, a technique swap for 30, and there's 30 pockets because you're getting 3 pages and they each have 10 pockets. So all of those technique swaps, even these big bulky ones with the tile, the ones with the micro beads, they're all in there. And now she can just kind of flip through and decide what products she wants to use or what techniques she wants to use or try, right? So this is really helpful. We talk about this in organization class about just remembering what you know and using those different ideas. And so creating your own sort of recipe book, whether it's techniques for crafting or it's literally a recipe book in your kitchen, the Flippin storage binder is going to be awesome for that. So just to recap, Flippin storage binder, 2-inch binder, D-ring on the inside. It comes with 3 Flippin storage pages. They're tabbed at the edge. 4x6, 5 4x6 pockets on the front, 5 5x7 pockets on the back, a total of 30 pockets. So 30 things that you can store in that one little notebook. And that's it for the Flippin storage binder. I know that you're going to love working with them.